but he wasn't going to let them kick his ass while he found out. Lamps hit the carpeted floor, tables were turned over, and chairs toppled as the battle escalated. Adam took a few hard punches to his stomach, but instead of throwing up like he wanted to, he gave the man nearest him a vicious elbow to the nose that made him back off and cry out. The other man punched him in the jaw and sent him sprawling, but Adam came up with a lamp in his hand and, doing his best Hank Aaron imitation, connected with the assailant's face. The man screamed in pain and immediately dropped to the floor. Breathing harshly, Adam turned on the remaining intruder, the one he'd elbowed. Blood poured from the broken nose. Adam smiled ferally and held the lamp out in front of him, waving it back and forth with the slow, deadly rhythm usually reserved for switchblades. "Come on," he taunted. "You're so bad. Come on." The man's eyes shot hate, and he pulled out a gun. "We didn't expect you to fight, Dr. Gary." Adam eyed the weapon. "I'm full of surprises. Who are you? What do you want?" "Some people are interested in your invention. They ever hear of a phone?" The man coughed and spit blood onto the carpet. "My wife will not be pleased when I come home with a broken nose." He paused for a moment to wipe the blood on his sleeve, and that's when Adam launched himself like a linebacker on a quarterback. The impact sent them crashing to the carpet. The gun went sailing, and Adam's fists made sure the man didn't get up to go after it. In the silence that followed, Adam staggered to his feet. His knuckles were bloody and felt busted. His face had taken a beating, and his stomach felt like hamburger, but he was still standing. The room was in shambles. The man who'd been taken out by the lamp lay on the floor whimpering in pain, his still unconscious accomplice nearby. Adam stepped around him to pick up the gun. His breathing labored. He scanned the trashed suite for the phone. Finding it, he dialed the front desk. When the concierge came on the line, Adam said, "This is Dr. Gary in 532. Send the police to my room." Without offering any further information, he set the phone back in its cradle, then dropped down onto the overturned sofa to wait. 1. Wednesday, May 10th, 2006. Manhattan, New York. Jan Kruger hated Manhattan. The traffic, noise, and the melting pot population were all symbols of a political system he found abhorrent. Given a choice, he'd rather be sitting at home on his veranda, enjoying the company of his wife, and watching the South Africa sunset. But instead, he was stuck in New York traffic with a hired limo driver who smelled of curry. As a member of a South African trade group, Jan had been forced to come to the U.S. more times than he'd wished, but his many visits gave him a keen sense of how America worked, and that knowledge had come in handy when a junior position in the South African embassy opened up and he was hired. Now, 5 years later, he held the title of assistant to the ambassador. A woman descended from the Zulu king Cetshwayo, whose forces had defeated Jan's ancestors and the British Army at Islandawana in 1879. He hated the ambassador as well. She represented the new South Africa, a country determined to eschew its glorious past in favor of a future built upon the deluded visions of ANC terrorists like Mandela and Walter Sisulu. Jan championed the old South Africa, its eliteness, its pride, its apartheid. And he was not alone. For the past few months, he and a small cadre of like-minded Afrikaners had been meeting to form